whether it's going to be single-based, Spotify, the cloud-based kind of future?
Yes, if we are at a point of, are there still a base for an album? I actually believe that we're getting into, it is a single a month. Like getting a fan base and doing a single a month, nurturing your fans by delivering that, especially, there's going to be 2% of you that get signed by Steve-O that goes to Atlantic that has a system behind it. The rest of you guys, start building your fan base, and we're doing that a lot with, build that fan base and nurture them every month. So if you have 1,000 fans, figure out how to service 10% of them a month with a special product. Whether that's a single, a beanie, a limited vinyl release, and you know what? And then once every couple of years, release. And see, we're only going to put out 5,000 CDs, numbered, released. It's specialty items. Now, I'm not talking about the bands that eventually get signed to you, Steve-O, and you have people behind them and a system behind them. But, we're working a lot with bands like friends of mine, like the Bouncing Souls, and people like that have been around that are no longer on labels. And they've got catalog and things they can work with. But I think you can reverse that and do that as a young act. And you just know how many fans, and that's maintaining your databases, understanding, communicating with them, and releasing limited things to them, and monetizing that as you go. Never end up with circulate. It's better to run out and have to reprint than to have to take something back and sit on it.
And further to that, do you think that that's all great advice, but then moving on and say you end up, where do you think it ultimately, is the album dead in your estimation, or is it strictly singles, or will we continue to put out 10, 12 songs in bulk at a time?
I mean, I own part of Side One Dummy Records, and that's an indie record, and it's a really great partnership. I've gotten to sign bands like Big E and the Kids Table, Gogo Bordello, Flogging Molly, working, and even now, it's keeping that album idea to a real reality when you tap to acts. We go in and talk to them about a whole plan about specialty stuff, and then when we feel that we can actually blow through 5,000 records, or 10,000, we'll put that record out. And we're trying to do it that way, that let's get this to the point, so when we put out that record, we blow through 5,000, and that's going to be all we put out as an album. And then we'll release it into iTunes or something, that kind of thing. And then maybe the next one we try to build up. So it's reverse building, where the high level expectation, we keep it real low, and going to try to build that.
Right on. Then you feel like you got the momentum that it's record album time.
Yeah, and then you guys come sign them, because every band I've signed has gone to a major label in the last few years. Gogo Bordello, Bedouin Sound Clash, Gaslight Anthem. Right. They go to you guys.
Just here, We Are the Ocean. Did We Are the Ocean? Is that on Side One Dummy?
Yeah, they were like, did they just sign someone else?
I don't know.
I didn't know. So, yeah, We Are the Ocean are on our label too. So
I like that.
I like the reverse kind of model of like what we're going through. And as an indie artist, it's managing expectations, your own expectations. It's going to be that.
Next question.
Yes.
First off. Okay, first off, you sound like my buddy Steve Poltz, and it's freaking me out, but it's also at the same time. Second,